Today's tale sees us playing BattleTech once again, and we're up against Valhallan 42nd, and we are rocking awesome with three PPCs, not two, three. You know, it's a good deal indeed. We also have the Orion here to tank up for us. We have Mockingbird in the Centurion, and we have Showboat in the Panther. So we've got Wildfire and Sumo as well. So the idea here is hopefully to keep most mechs off the Awesome while it gets to do a bit of work. Unfortunately, if he's long range, obviously we're going to have some issues. We will have to run in with the 2 sensor lockers here. I did bring 2 sensor lockers just because I thought maybe the Awesome might want to do a little bit of work here if it can. If he's more brawly fit, then we might have some issues, but hopefully we'll deal with that when it comes up. So we'll get our 2 sensor lockers towards the front. We'll start pushing Sumo around as well. I always like to take this flank. This one doesn't really give you much cover, plus you get to about here and then you are really stuffed unless you go for these trees. So we'll do a full sprint. We'll probably take the trees here. It'll slow us down. Yeah, it'll slow us down for next turn. We need to get towards the back anyway. And then the Awesome here, he's going to stomp along at full speed. Try and keep together with the pack. Try and keep together. Look at that thing. It's a monster, right? I love the Awesome. I mean, I was having issues with it earlier when I started playing, but now he is kind of fun. We want to keep this PPC arm protected here, but he is a fist-to-face robot, this thing. I mean, full-on armor. Look at that hand right there. He just wants to punch some things, you know. He's ready. He's even got his little microphone on his top of his roof here. The Orion, of course, is obviously a staple that I like. The Centurion as well. Not too convinced about having a Centurion with Mockingbird, but we will see how that works for us. I'm hoping we're not going to have to deal with some sort of weird push over here, so we might push Showboat that way really quick, because I don't want to have to deal with someone getting on top of that hill. I've actually tried playing 2 other games today, but they've both crashed on me. I don't know if they've crashed, but the opponents I was playing against dropped out right close to the start of the game, basically when we're just sort of engaged in combat. And, you know, I would assume most people are crashing if that's what's happening. Because generally, you don't queue for 20 minutes, you know, and then walk around for another 20 minutes, find someone to fight, and then suddenly go, nope, I'm done. I mean, most people do not play like that. At least I hope not anyway. We'll get the Orion up on this hill. Same with the Awesome. We'll probably put him outside of these trees just so he can move a little bit quicker next turn. Shouldn't get sensor locked, I hope. We have not really spread out enough to really deal with a bum rush fit just yet. I need to get probably the Centurion up a little bit further so that we've got a few turns of dealing with that. These are not rocket mechs. They don't go super fast. I mean, the Panther can kind of go fast, but it's not the best of situations here if we don't get someone out front. Especially if he wants to just run up on us, right? Especially, oh man, I don't want fire starters. Please no fire starters. I say no fire starters even though I take them. But they are definitely a different kind of mech. So we'll get up here, hopefully cut off any route towards this unless he's got jumping mechs. So we've got a Jenna up on this side, alright. I wonder if that's indicating that he wants to go for that hill. Or he could be cutting me off from the hill. We're not too sure who's cutting who off here. We'll take up here probably with Mockingbird. Unfortunately, I prefer that this was a move on Embrace, but you can't move Embrace in your stupid movement turn, which I think is a little silly, because I feel like that should be a possibility. I think I've faced Valhallan before, and I can't remember if he does a whole rush fit here. We'll get the Orion. I'm not convinced about this hill front, because it could be a little dangerous tanking up high. So we'll probably tank down low just to keep this rock face in the way as best we can. And we might just move the awesome up just a tad here, but not too much. Just to provide some cover from behind. And see what we get. See what we are up against. So, we're pretty much evenly matched here. We've got an assault, a heavy, medium, and a light. Excellent. And it's his turn since we pinged him first, which kind of works out for us, since that will always be his turn first. If he moves, I'll probably reserve anyway. Hopefully he's not running for that hill. Has he pinged out of distance here? I think we jump forward here and we'll see what's going on. He might have already pushed into this hill. Alright, we've got nothing here. We'll probably brace up with everyone else. I don't quite know what's going on just yet. But we'll use the Panther as a bit of a scout here. While we work out if he's actually taking this hill. If he's up on this hill with a bunch of missile boats, it's going to be a little ugly for us. An assault, would an assault make it that quick? I feel like an assault wouldn't have made it that quick. I feel like an assault should be around here somewhere. So hopefully we're not having to deal with a hill push here. If you've seen some of my other games, I don't do hill pushes. It's a little silly to push up that hill because you just get mangled. He could have, I suppose he could have a catapult, a Victor. Those would both get up that hill, and then you've got the Jenner to sprint and a medium. I suppose you could have a, I don't know, what would you have that could, Griffin maybe? I mean, you want to spend a little bit more money than that though. I think, I don't think that gets you to the 25 mil mark. You generally always have to push this way just to make sure that nobody's doing this. Because people get up there with stuff and they never want to come off, right? They're like, I've got the high hill, I will never come off it. It's like, well, you know, why should I push a hill? Why should I push the hill if there's nothing up here that I want? You know, it's not like I suddenly want to be in this factory and be like, yeah, I need this factory, I need to make some more mechs, I need to glue some parts on. You know, it's not how it works at the moment. So luckily we don't really need to do that. He's coming back in with the Jenner. We'll probably push out again. What's he got here? A quick draw. Alright, so this looks like a fairly jumpy mech. Alright, we're going to need to sprint from this. A Kentaro. Congratulations, sir, on bringing a Kentaro. Alright, so we'll probably reserve up here and do our best. This is an ugly fit. So he's probably going to jump on us with this. This is probably Paradise and the Victor to get around the back of things. I'd say it's going to be... He'll probably run in, get some vision. We're going to have to probably sprint out here. And we might have to reface everything here. Alright, he's going to come in. Is he going to fire? That'll make him fairly hot. Most of that's going to miss. That's cool. He does now have vision to possibly jump in with something else. I think what we'll do is we will take our ass away from this.
What can I do for you?
As best we can. And we'll sensor lock. Probably the Kentaro would be the nice target here, right? So can we get to probably about here? Could I eat a Kentaro firing on us? So you can't get that Kentaro up here that I know of. Actually, he might be able to get here and shoot. Do I trust that I have enough to work through this? Or do I jump out? I don't think I have quite enough to work through it. He's gonna... Basically, he's going for a lot of knockdown here. At least he hurt himself more than he probably needed to right there. Maybe we'll go for the Jenner. We'll just get as far away from the stuff as we can. He doesn't have... He might have some LRMs in this. But I think we just keep our range from everything here. And drop what we can back in. We've only got missiles on Mockingbird, so it's going to be fairly interesting. I wonder if we've got direct fire from here. That would be hilarious. If we've got direct fire, I might reserve down for the awesome. See if we've got direct fire. Actually, we've got LRMs over here too. So we could probably lock with this fire, and hope that we have the best chance to just blast this thing away before it gets on top of us. Which would be pretty funny. Hopefully he's not going to just take that hill. I mean, he can't really take the hill. That's fine, we'll reserve into him. It's actually better for us. I don't think anything can really get a lot of land gun on here. The Gen is kind of like a misplay target for us though. It's there to annoy us, but I don't want to risk jumping here and suddenly being too close. I want to keep as much range between me and this as I can. Just to keep my mech going here. We also have the possibility of doing another lock with the Centurion, so there is that for us as well. We'll just reserve down to the final move. He'll probably reserve in as well, that's fine. We will see what we can do with Wildfire here and Sumo. I would love to just drop rounds on this. He's moving his Kintaro last. It looks like he still is not sure where I am. Hopefully he's taking his Kintaro this way. I would love for his Kintaro to go this way and not down. Hopefully his Kintaro is not coming this way. It doesn't look like it. Excellent. So, can you... Ooh. Alright, so that's the only spot, and it had to be 4, didn't it? Alright. So if I fire with Mockingbird, we'll be down to 3. Alternatively, I think we keep backing up on most of our mechs here. So we can't even lock, can we? I don't want to move forward. I want to keep pulling back, I think. So we'll fire with Mockingbird. 20% to hit, and then it'll be the Orion with probably something really awful as well. But we're definitely going to keep backing up from this fight. And dropping what we can into it. Just to save us a little here. Yeah, I think that's what we do. I think we just try our best to get out as many rounds as we can with the LRMs. It's not going to be great at 20%. But it'll be a start at least. Nope, not even a start.
No love on that strike.
So he now has an idea of where I am. He knows that I'm over here. We'll probably take the high ground. I'm fairly happy to be up high against all this stuff. None of it's really... I mean, he's got some direct fire through the AC and stuff, but he's going to want to just use all this rock face and stuff to get in. And I'm just going to park myself back here. Death from above is going to be a major issue. So we're going to have to watch out for that. We're going to have to watch out for him getting behind mechs, especially with the Victor.
Yeah, what can I do you for?
So you, sir, can get up here. Please. Direct fire, 25. My god. Some poor chances, but at least it is a chance.
Be there in a jiff.
Keep to these trees as best we can.
I'm gonna make some
I would love a hit. Oh, a couple of hits here and there. Luckily the Jenna is made of paper, right? And then I guess the awesome. Is it because of our weapon here? Let's have a look. It is. It's the range. That's what's stopping us here. Could get the awesome towards the front and then reverse up and preview next turns. I think I'd take the 45s here. We might hit with one of them at least. And be fairly happy. And then we can just reverse up in the next few turns. And heat-wise, we're probably okay. Alright, couple of misses. That'll have to do. Next turn, I think we just fire in the 2. Save some heat for when it all goes to hell. Plus, it's his start now. So he got a little screwed by the turn factor there. Because we went last, he has to go first. So now he can probably jump in with this fire. He's going to move it back. That's alright. We'll probably reserve up. What is this? This is a quick draw, right? We'll move all the way down to the end of our turns. He'll probably do the same. We'll probably move with Mockingbird to do that. And then we can, if we need to, delay on our moves here. The Kintaro will probably be a primary here. We'll just keep shifting down. It's going to be his turn if he moves here. So we'll move into his turn. He'll move into ours. We'll move into his. That's fine. He can reserve now, but if he reserves now, we can reserve back into him. So he's a little stuffed here. He'll probably... Does he want to move this forward? I don't think so. He's a little screwed here. Because there's a lot of... Obviously, very little cover over here. I think he's hoping that we'll push into him. We'll not be pushing into a Kintaro. We'll just drop missiles on that Kintaro. It should be in lock range here. So we'll be okay with that. Alright, he's getting that into range to shoot. So he's probably jumped and braced with this. If that's the fact, we could maybe... I don't think we've got any direct fire here.
I hear ya.
We will definitely jump. Could jump into vision. That would be pretty insane. Pretty insane. We could jump here, lock, and then next turn we can kind of jump away again. We probably want to lock that Kintaro. I'd say it's braced, but so be it. The quick draw generally doesn't have a lot of armor, but I don't think I can get shots on that. It's kind of annoying. You can't tell what this can shoot at before you have anything. I think we could move. No, we can't even move here. We might. Well, I suppose it's going to be a heat-saving turn then. Do I fire at the Kintaro, or do I drop rounds on the quick draw? The quick draw might be a nice target here. I'd say he's going to want to try and lock us or move something into vision. Let's get out of here though. Yeah, that's braced. Alright, so let's take you. Hopefully we can put some rounds into you. Start wearing you down. Victor, I don't know where it quite is yet. We will soon find out. This is a super brawly fit though. The Kintaro is going to be the main issue, I think. This is a lot of damage here. What is it? It's like 200 and something, I think. I forget how many lasers it has. I know it's got some SRMs and some lasers, but I forget what else it has. We have to be super careful with our Panther. We'll probably move the Panther again next turn, just to be careful with it. I could have double locked this. I could have locked and then locked again. So Mockingbird, you probably can move. Wow. I'll fire. Not quite, right? What is your issue? Range. So we'll get you reversing up this hill. Actually, let's go for a sprint here. Can we? No, we can't. That's terrible sprint. Yeah, it's a terrible sprint too. So we want to move like this. We know he's probably going to come across this way. At least we've got most of our heat back on the awesome. Shame it didn't actually hit anything, but we'll have to take that as it is. Yeah. You sir, just fire. Oops, sumo. Fire in. Alright. Apparently, we have some technical issues with sumo. Wait, can you not? Oh, you're just out of range? What is your deal here? Okay, so we're gonna have to move you forward. I don't mind having you forward, I guess. It's better to have you in front of the Awesome, since the Awesome wants to do some work. I should have fired with Mockingbird first, but we are done now. We are done indeed. Alright, couple more hits with damage. Should have gone with Mockingbird. It's kind of annoying. Mockingbird, you are going to be towards the front as well. So 30 for direct and 30 for indirect. Maybe I'll just take the indirect here. Let's just take the indirect. Just bleed off a little bit of this guy's armor. Get him into, you know, some sort of reasonable state. Kintaro's definitely got to be a primary for us. It is mass loads of damage, mass load of knockdown. It'll have an easy time of knocking these guys down if we do not sort it out fairly fast. We'll probably jump Showboat back. Here. He's probably going to jump this forward. And fire. I think we jump back, we lock this as best we can. I'd love it if he moved that forward. I would probably reserve and consider jumping this forward. We can double lock it, I guess, if it fires. I'll be happy to make that thing's day pretty harsh. We should survive, I guess. Okay, he's bringing the Jenna forward. Is he going to sensor lock? He's going to probably sensor lock and try and get them above us. Or vision. Okay, he's got no vision.
You betcha.
So he can't quite get them above there. We'll just reserve down to the end here. And then if we have to move stuff, we know this probably sprinted, right? We could double lock and shoot the Jenna, I guess. It's a little scary giving him a full 2 moves here. He'll probably reserve down anyway, because I don't think he can get this far enough forward. And then this can shoot. He's maybe considering it. He's maybe considering pushing this forward and shooting. Alright, there we go. Oh, no? Okay. Alright, we're definitely going to double sensor lock the quick draw probably. We'll ignore the Kintaro for now. If we get a double lock on this... Ooh, he can see us. Alright, so that's not braced. Is he going to drop LRM 10, LRM 5 in? See what he does here. We'll probably sense lock this and fire everything into this. It's going to have a fair bit of evasion, but I would love to do a chunk of damage to it before it gets in. It is a bit of a beast, right? A bit of a beast, indeed. The Victor's still missing, which concerns me because it's quite a fast mech, so it's not exactly slow. Oof. There's a couple of knocks here and there. It's not exactly slow. So let's jump. Definitely out of vision range, because I don't want to get death from above here. It's weird that he can see me, but oh. So let's go back. How much evasion you got? 4. Awesome. We can clear all of that. Can clear all of that indeed. Sir, that is going to be a rough day for your... He is on that mineral patch, so he does have a little bit of goer there. But we should be able to slam in an AC 10 from here. All of this fire should be able to go on him. He's going to want to close range. I guess at least the Awesome can punch fairly well. So the Awesome's going to be mostly doing punches, I guess, by the end of this. But we'll see. So you, sir, we could fire twice. What kind of, actually, what kind of hit chances do you have? 30. Pfft. No way. Let's rotate you a little here. Just to give front armor. That should be okay. We will sense lock you again. You're running pretty hot. He might jump this one back. What we really want is we just want to bulwark up right here. I could actually move forward and fire in pretty well. Can we fire in? I don't want to get out of these trees. Oh, come on. With these lasers. How is it that we do not have enough? He doesn't have vision. He can probably get vision though. And then death from above. He's not quick enough with this Kintaro though. What do we have from here? 45. I think we take the risk here of doing maximum damage with you. Fire on in, buddy. Come on, hit. Ah, we're not gonna hit. Alright. Yeah, let's wear this guy down as well. Alright, so then you get to move up here. I could move you forward and have wow. How close can you get but not be too close here? We're losing all of our bulwarks though, which is a little scary. We are in the trees, so if we do get knocked down, we are going to have a fairly happy time with it. I think we fire in all three. We will make this quick draw have a really unhealthy time there. We could actually probably go all in on the quick draw. So we could go with you, fire, and we could probably knock him, and then we could fire in with this. Depends on what he wants to do with the Jenna. His Kintaro is really far behind. He's probably engaged a little too soon here. So we might go sideways here, give vision. He might death him above us. But I'm happy to probably trade a Panther for all of this. Alright, so he's going to move the Jenna in for vision probably. And try for a death from above. Is he going to fire this? Alright, he is. He is trying to melt us down. Okay. So I'll probably jump Showboat here.
Good to go.
Have some vision. Giving up a lot here though. Can we... Where's the furthest we can have vision? Here. He has to jump in fairly close to us. We've got decent hit chances, I guess. We could go in deep, though, and get him with everything. He was unsteady. Will it be enough to get him, though? Let's go for it. Let's go. Risking those biscuits. So he's unsteady. Oh, we're going to have a hard time hitting this. Nope, that's not what we want to hit. There we go. 70 and 65. I'm happy for that. Oh, we missed. Come on, baby. We're really close. At least if he fires on this, we've got a decent chance of hitting it. He's probably going to run with this. I would definitely sprint with this. I wouldn't fire my LRM5s. He might just try and blast this thing. I don't think he's got enough range to fire his weapons, though. I'm hoping. It's going to be an LRM5? That's not enough. Yeah, it is going to be the LRM5. Alright, I would have probably sprinted. You're too far behind with this now. He might try and kill this, I guess, straight out. Which is a possibility. You, sir, need to move here and fire. I could get you, you know what, just fire from here. It's a little awkward. Sadly. But hopefully we need for this to hit, and we need for it to get knocked here. Come on. Let's hit. Come on, get knocked. Alright, knock him over. Come on, I want to see those words. Knockdown. Excellent. So now we can fire in with the AC and the LRM-15 on this. Get rid of his mech as best we can. I could move forward. How much armor has he got? He's got a lot. I don't think I risk outside of these trees, even if I am having a good time here. Just because it's not going to be a fun time when he gets up and zaps us. What's in here? LRM-10. He's actually brought the LRM version. Alright, interesting. So how much more damage would I do if I moved in? I would do... Yeah, see, I'm exposing myself pretty heavily. Is there any way... Nah, we can't even... These trees. He's just one little step away. It's so tempting, right? It's super tempting. But I'd rather tank up all the damage that comes back. Play this one a little bit safer. And go with that. We did manage to do a solid hit. We might actually core him out here. Oh, one away from that. So he's probably going to death them above this thing in. He'll get that up, death them above it in. Unfortunately, it's actually going to be our start next turn. Which might be okay. We might be able to get away from this Jenner, actually. So he's probably... Would you jump this back? Or would you go all in? At this point in time, I would probably death them above it. And pray that I just squish this little panther here. We can probably fight against the rest of these mechs okay-ish. If we can get rid of this heavy. It's a lot of damage off the board. He's going to run it away. He's just going to fire the LRM-10s. Right, so he's going to back it up. He's just probably going to use the LRM-10s. Which is fine. We'll probably just back up a bit here. Fire on this. But we will just probably fire at the one. Because we don't want to be running out of heat here. That's fine. And we'll miss. But we're full on heat now, so that'll be nice. The Victor can obviously be coming around behind us, so it could be a little ugly here. He wants to get his Kentaro in. The Victor might be around here somewhere, coming in from behind. Just a little scary, right? I suppose at least it's a long run for him. What we'll do is we'll probably jump back. Alright, the Victor's coming in now. Okay. Cool. So we know where the Victor is at least. So it is our turn. We could probably lock up the Kentaro here and do some rounds to that. We might reserve and see if he wants to go crazy with this Jenner. Which he might. He might go on this guy again. 4 evasion's probably okay for us. We are a small mech as well. He has to move and fire this thing. He might death them above. If he deaths them above, I guess we just jump back, lock it, and then fire everything into it. Maybe remove it. If he ever decides to bring this thing back in, we will shoot that with some LRMs and hope for a lucky hit. One bit of health, even if he braces it, will be enough. But for now, we'll probably ignore it as a target. Is he coming in for a punch? Oh, he is. Alright. Alrighty.
Waiting for orders.
It's not a bad spot, that, actually. Showboat, you're probably just going to back up and concentrate on the other mechs here. I think that Kentaro can get to us now, so what we're going to do is we're going to just jump back. Lock up probably the Kentaro. So that we can at least see it. I don't want to leave Showboat here and have her get shot at. That's just on the edge. That could be out of range here. I suppose at least if we've got this, we can still go on that. So we'll go back. Probably sensor lock this guy, because he's going to come in pretty quick on us. And we'll see if we can't get some damage down on this. He's going to move the Kintaro now. But that's cool, because now we have all of his vision gone here. He's keeping on this Panther, though. He is loving that Panther. He's going to probably move this and brace it. Hopefully he's not in range. Is he sprinting that? He's sprinting it right forward, right? Alright. So we are going to probably reserve here. I just want to see if he moves anything else towards us. And we'll probably just reverse back with most of our mechs here. Because we don't want him firing from this. If I can get to about here, I think he has to come out of that patch to fire on us. Plus we make all of these mechs come towards us slowly but surely, right? Slowly but surely. And he's probably running this off to just use the LRM-10s, which is an okay option, I guess. It's still damage, and it's better than using it to fight with, because at the moment if you fight with it, it's gonna just fall apart. I don't particularly want to give up my brace, but I'd say what he'll do next is probably just punch us with one of these mechs to get rid of the brace, and then fire in with the Kintaro, and then jump in the Victor and shoot, which would make the most amount of sense here. So we'll probably move Mockingbird back, sense lock this, move these guys back, fire, leave the Panther towards the front. We can double fire with this one at least. It will still be a really hard shot, but at least we will be backing up from this mess. He's kind of deciding what he wants to do. LRM-10s, buddy, I'm telling you. Just use them. Don't bring your quick draw back into this fight, ever. You can use them from outside of the ring, so I'll never be able to get you. He reserved. That's fine, we'll just reserve back in. I could have maybe have had my turns and then make him go first with the Jenna. I think he's deciding whether he wants to jump the Victor forward and fire. If he jumps that Victor forward, we'll probably sensor lock that. And give it the hosing. Although I'd really like that the Kintaro. The Kintaro, I think, I saw a chart the other day, and it has the highest amount of stability damage with like, I think it was like 97 damage or something. That's with everything hitting, but that's crazy. 97 stability damage with all your rockets hitting. That does not seem right. For one mech. One mech. I would brace that. He's probably going to fire it though. AC-20, it's pretty tempting, right? Yeah. Alright, so what do we do here? We could give vision here and then fire. I think what we do though is we just reverse ourselves up here. It's not the greatest of moves. Really, that's the best you can do? You might just have to tank from here. I know you're going to get punched, Mockingbird. So what we'll do is we'll leave Mockingbird here. Probably back the other two up. And see how we go. I know you're going to get knocked down here, Mockingbird. Good luck, buddy. Good luck to you. LRM-10s on this, on the Panther. Seems to be the target he wants. How is that not? Ah, cool, we are braced now. I wouldn't come back in. No, sir, do not come back in.
What's up, Commander?
So we're out of... Yeah, right. So he's still going to be able to get his SRMs in here. It's tempting to walk back and brace. It is really tempting. I think we will walk back and brace and leave Mockingbird here to just tank with her face. As best as possible. Let's direct fire. Yeah, let's do this. Let's move you over here. We'll brace up. Because we don't really want a whole lot of damage coming in next turn. And then you, sir, just shift this way a little. Should be okay. We can dual fire this. I don't think he can quite jump that far. And the Kintaro... Oh, let's see, the Kintaro's a little bit... What's the minimum range here? Let's try here. Alright, so that circle there. Alright. So I think we should be okay with mostly just tanking from here. We'll probably just fire in the 2. Just to have this guy have a harder time hitting us. I mean, we're not gonna... Probably not gonna hit with 40. But we might as well fire some weapons. Oh, we did. Twice. Excellent. So that's going to have a harder time hitting us at least. We could probably wipe this from the board. If we're lucky. Actually, I made a mistake in my assessment of the thing here. He will have to go first. Which is probably good for us. This is probably going to run in and punch someone. Luckily, we've got bulwark on all these guys. So he's going to have to do a bit more work than that to get us down here. So let's see. You punch this, move, fire, and then it's my turn. He probably not. No, so he can't knock it. I say he can't knock it. I'd say he probably could knock it. Death from above. Man, all these jumpy mechs. Here we go, death from above. Oh, he's going to jump behind us. And shoot you in the back. That's going to run you really hot, my friend. Run you really hot. Alright. Couple hit the leg. He's actually saving heat here. Ooh, he's not saving enough though. That Jenna is super hot. So Showboat. Probably just reserve down. He's going to probably fire all his missiles into this and knock it. Actually, without him punching this, he won't be able to get the knock here. Which is a little hard for him. We will definitely lock this thing and fire on it with Showboat here, Mockingbird, if we can. Okay, he's coming in deep with this. That's insane. He is just trying to group around us and shoot into us, though. Alright. Well, that should happily tank most of that damage, so we're okay there. Now, do I take your turn? I don't think he can knock you with the quick draw. Unless it's flimmin' death them above. At which point, that will be kind of annoying. We could possibly move you back. Woods. What have you got to hit this guy? 50, yeah. It's not great. We could possibly move you backwards, sensor lock the quick draw. I don't think we'll have enough to get him though with 2 mechs. I think we just reserve here and we'll see how badly this goes. He might death from above. I don't think he can quite make that range. I'm guessing the death from above is in the Victor. Most people, I mean myself included, I put the Paradise into the Victor. Because it kind of makes sense, but in reality I don't think it does. I actually think I'm going to steer away from putting Paradise in this, because you want to kind of jump in with some of this other stuff, right? No. No, sir. That is insane. Alright, cool. So, that mech's done its job fairly much. Done your job indeed. We will PPC this guy here. With a move here. He might decide to punch us next turn, but I think that should be okay. And we'll see if this doesn't work, we'll then use Mockingbird. Sorry, we'll use Mockingbird to go all in. I'm pretty happy for the Panther to just get out here now and have a whirl at this. Have a whirl, sir. We just need one rocket to hit that torso. We're probably a little off. Oh, there we go. Center torso gone. First mech down. We do have to be aware that he might get Fury on stuff here. So that will be a little huffy. The choices here are I take more shots to the back or I move. More shots to the back might be the option here, although he's probably going to jump that forward. Can we do away with that noise? I am just wanting to sensor lock here, so we could probably just move to somewhere like this and sensor lock in. Or, so you can't get out of vision here. Ooh, we could actually get out of vision. But I really want to sensor lock this and fire in this stuff into it. Sumo, please tell me you have direct fire. It's blocked. The alternative here is we could go on this guy. Melee hit probably wouldn't do us enough work though. So if I sprint you out, you won't get death from above, but he will probably jump with this mech here, right? So I think we just move you and do what we can. Although he's pretty hot with this, he might not want to fire everything in again. He might just go for a punch though on the back, which would be really unhelpful for us. So I think we move here. We are still well within range to get death from above, but I guess we're just gonna have to eat it. You'll probably get knocked next turn too. What do we got to hit here? 40s. Let's move sensor lock
I'm there.
and go from there, I guess. Kentaro primary. We want him to just get smushed as best we can. We'll kind of ignore this guy for a little. He's a little dangerous though because he can just be punching us.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
We need you to probably reverse here. This away, I guess. Firing everything into the Kentaro. Unfortunately, it's going to pull you out of bulwark as well. So we're in the real danger zone here. But I guess all of this stuff can just smush us anyway. SRMs, we'll fire in everything here. Just to put as much hurt as we can on him. We did thankfully hit this thing with a PPC, so it should have a harder time hitting us as well. So next up, I guess we then go in. This Victor is really scary. I'd love to get rid of this. But I don't think that's going to happen without some major good luck. We could probably have to wait for him to do something silly like punch us. At which point it'll have very little movement. And then we can just wipe it off the map. Or we might get a Fury soon. We could probably wait for that. It is going to play havoc on us though. With our defenses here. It's a nice little mech, right? I mean, it runs in, it zaps things. There's not much armor to it though, so if it does get furied, it is all over. He's probably going to walk in and shoot with this. Because there's no point in jumping. You go for maybe Mockingbird here. Oof, AC 20. Man, that is a lot of damage. At least he's still standing. Punch from this will probably knock him though. Which is the harsh thing here. We'll probably turn like this. Actually, you know what? That arm's not so bad. I just don't want this guy punching me in the back at all. And we'll fire in everything here on this guy. We could multi-shot, actually, and put rounds onto him as well. But I think... What have we got to hit him with? 75, yeah, forget about that. I think we just group up on the Kintaro here. Try and clear him. Do a bit of damage. It's not bad. It's going to be his starts. Now he has to kind of choose what he wants to do with this. I would probably walk up, punch this over, so that you can then destroy it with... See, he's going to get the Kintaro first. At least he's got no more heavy. So you punch this, shoot this, he falls over. He might even... If he decked him above it... is this going to be enough to knock it? Come on, stay up, stay up. Ah, damn it. Alright, you're down. So this is probably gone. Luckily he didn't move this far. So we're fairly good to shoot this thing now. We could even... I don't want to death them above it though. I don't want to lose my own mech here for this. So I think we just move and we fire in. And then everybody hoses down this guy here. The Jenna should die. And then we will be down to a Victor versus a Awesome and an Orion. At least all of his ammo is going to go onto this. So if it survives, we're kind of good there. Hopefully we kill this in our turn, because we kind of need that. We're going to overheat, because at the moment we really need some deaths here. Alright, bit of damage on him. We'll overheat here. We've got... Did we get... We got some evasion, right? Where's our... No evasion? Oh no. I thought I had evasion. Alright, that's not so good. Because now he could probably group up on that Panther. Oh, we should have probably have gone for this. I didn't realize it was so close to getting knocked. Actually, we could probably still knock this next turn. He's going to fire all into this. He's now into the trees. This is probably dead. Yep, that's dead. So I guess at least it's been a medium for a heavy so far. Gotta be super careful here. I think we back up this way. We'll probably Fury into the side of this guy. You know what? Let's just reserve here. We'll make it his turn. He might death them above with this onto here. I will probably focus on the Kintaro, see if I can knock it. What's he doing? Okay, he's jumping in. He too wants the trees. Focus, alright. Probably on this then. So he's got his own focus. We'll see what we can do against this Kintaro. The Kintaro is probably the primary target I want here. Luckily that looks like it's hitting the bung arm there that we don't need. That's just the punching arm. I use that arm for punching. He's overheating himself a lot, so that's nice for us. So let's have a look. I could just tank you from here. He'll probably just punch us though. So we've got... I kind of want to just kill this, but I don't know if I can. I think you're just going to have to brace here, my friend. And we're just going to have to go all in on that, on this guy here. It'll be 150 damage. He's hot here, he'll probably punch us. Alright, I think we just blast this guy. 150, we're going to have to get pretty lucky on that side. Can we get around a flank here? We can. Would this be worth? At the moment, what do we got? Got some really bad chances to hit. Is that because we're in minimum range here? Min range it is. Alright, so we're going to have to back up here. Actually, we've got some fairly good chances to hit anyway, so maybe we just fire him with you and then the Orion. I think might be how we have to play this. So let's go here. We'll try and blast this thing now. So we go in on you. We've got fairly good chances to hit. Fairly okay with this. And then we move the Orion to the side and shoot him in the side.
Right here.
We should be okay here. I really want to use the focus on something else, if I can. He will get to start. Can move here and still fire into the side, right? I'd rather... yeah, let's move like this. He's just going to keep grouping up on the Awesome, I think, because he's going to try and clear off the... Alright, I think we should be okay just to fire in everything and be fairly happy. 45. Do I focus? If I focus, then that's one more down that he doesn't get. I think we have to focus here. I would have preferred to use it on something else.
Okay, now the gloves are off.
But I think we just need to make sure that this gets cleared here. We'll probably remove this. We should be fairly good to hit with most of this. Onto the side as well. Yeah, so there's nothing left of that. So now the Kintaro we can start working on. The Awesome's probably just going to be a punching mech here.
Commander?
As best as it can. We can move you to the side. We can shoot this guy. Turn off probably the PPC. Man, you do not get a lot of evasion, do you, buddy? Can move to the trees, I guess. And get to evasion. It's probably the best way to go. Let's fire the PPC most likely. Ooh, is that still... That still looks like that overheats us. SRMs, I guess it's going to have to be. Damn, that's a real shame.
Here we go.
A real shame indeed. Get some heat back, and then he's got no evasion. Ooh, he can't sprint that thing. Should be okay. He probably walks up. So he doesn't need to punch anything anymore, but he just needs to... if you full fire with this, then you can punch this over, but punching things over is no longer too relevant here. Simply because things on the ground... He has to push it on the ground in one go, right? Which you can't quite do with this. He could brace there. If he braces, I'll probably move in for my own punch on the side of him and then fire him with all this. And we'll keep moving the Awesome back here. Yeah, so he's going to brace there. So we'll move in for our own punch. He might... Yeah, he's going to... I guess he's going to try for a knock. I don't think he can. Damn, we cannot quite punch this guy. That kind of sucks. You know what? Let's just reserve into this, I guess. And we'll see what he does with the Victor. Because now the Victor is too hot to really jump again. So it's probably going to have to brace there. If it's got brace. It's probably Paradise though, so he's probably going to depth them above. Luckily it shouldn't give him too much evasion, so we might be able to work over that. We will sprint the Panther back out this way, start shooting him from the side again. He's gained all of his stability back here, so we can't do too much there. Is he going to just go for a punch? He is. Ooh. Luckily that's still the arm that has no PPCs. We're going to get knocked down, we'll get up. I think we... Yeah, so he's got no evasion on this.
I'm hit.
That's fine.
Right here.
So we can... Which side's the AC? It's the other arm, isn't it? I think we move around this way. He's really hot with this. He probably wants to punch with that. So maybe we just back away from you, so that you have a harder time doing that. Firing from here. Should be okay.
You got it.
We need some heat back on you. So I think next turn you're going to have to start punching things. What's in this arm? Medium lasers. Alright, I don't mind getting rid of some of that. Helps if you hit him though. Helps if you hit him. Really helps if you hit him. He does, I think, about 120 damage or something each time he punches. So we hit you up. We'll probably just punch back. We'll keep our brace. So you are probably good to just punch him, right? Because I think if I move, I still can't really do a lot here. I mean, if we move here, yeah, we got some horrible chances to hit, right? We got some okay chances to hit here, but it's not great. This guy can probably still punch us, which is the annoying thing. So I think we'll just punch back here and keep him engaged in melee combat. We'll get some heat back anyway. Plus, it's alright. Ooh, damn. AC 20 crit, that's really good for us. So that AC 20 is going to have a bit of a hard time hitting us. We might actually be able to knock him. It won't really matter though. Won't matter at all. We might just reserve here and wait for this guy to move. He might go for the punch on this mech. Hopefully I didn't give... What arm have I got here? Alright, he's going to go for the punch on this mech. Alright, that's cool. We'll get... He's going to fire all his... No, he can't fire his weapons. I would probably just brace. Oh, he can fire all 2 of the SRMs. Do a bit more damage here. I guess we keep working on the Victor. Alright, yeah, that's fair enough. Alright, so I guess we keep working on that Victor, right? Is it worth getting around the side? I think it's better for us to shoot him in the side here. And shear off that arm, and then the Orion can start going in on him.
Moving to position.
I didn't really move much, but it'll have to do, I guess. Hopefully we can blow some of this off. Oh, actually, what? Oh, I thought it was this arm. Alright, that's not too bad, though. He's knocked down. So then the Orion can just work him over a bit. We might aim for that AC, actually. Because that is most of his damage here. We'll keep backing you up. I would probably like to back you this way. Just so that we're around the side of this guy. Just to freak him out a bit, right? Because suddenly you don't want to get too close here. We'll fire in most of our weapons. Sadly, we are a little hot here. Definitely going to aim for this arm. If I can get rid of that AC, that's a lot of his damage done. So he'll just have to go punching style on us. We'll turn off one laser here. And pray for a decent hit here. Alright, 75 into the wind. Come on, there we go. So that's the AC gone. Now we can just start doing... I think we have to start doing punching damage with this guy. He's probably just going to punch with this. So it's an arm for an arm so far. Arm for an arm. I might see how damaged this guy is and consider whether I want to go on this guy. He might get them above the side of us here. Since it does, what, 200 damage? He's got a lot of leg armor left here. I think we group up on the Kentaro next. So we punch the Kentaro, then we shoot the Kentaro. Might be okay. Ooh, is he going to get them above the Panther? He is. Woo! Down goes the Panther. Alright. I was expecting some death from above here and there. That's going to push him into the medium turn. He will get to shoot this, I guess. Wildfire, let's have a look. How bad are you? You are not all that bad, right? We could move and probably shoot this guy then. Into the side that's already exposed. And be fairly happy with that. We'll Fury in, I guess. And get some decent damage done on the side of him. He'll have to turn and shoot for this as well. He'll have to reposition himself. He'll probably reposition over here. Which seems okay. Ain't sure. Yeah, 65s. Alright, I think we go in on that. We'll focus up. Blast this guy on the side.
Come on, people.
Probably need to start getting him down, right? Because otherwise he's going to do a lot of damage to us. Alright, not too bad. Evasion's lost, so we can get around probably the side of him and shoot him again with the Orion. Actually, we're going to have to, I think we're going to have to punch with the Orion. This might die here. He's got enough heat to just fire into it. If he positions himself badly, we could probably shoot the back of this thing. Which that looks like he's done. We might be able to get the... I think the Orion punches this. And then we see how we do. He can shoot us in the back with this. He'll probably be... Hopefully he fires in a whole lot of weapons and overheats himself a bit, so that he can't do as much damage to the Orion here. We'll see what the maths is on the Orion when we go. That looks like a lot of SRM fire, so he might... Alright, so he's multi-shotting actually. That's good, because it should push him up here, hopefully. Come on. Run hot, buddy. Excellent. Excellent stuff. That is exactly what we need here. You cannot quite twist enough for this. Alright, so we've got some decent maths. We can fire in... What would it be? It'll be 60, 25, plus 40, so 125 versus 95 if we punch. Whereas if we move, what side can we punch from? We can punch into this side. He'll get around behind us though. I think we're probably better off just punching 95 into that. He'll probably death him above us again. Let's go for it. He'll definitely get knocked, so he'll have a hard time. We'll get some heat back. Alright, he's down to one leg here. It's not as great for us. I would rather have hit probably this and into this. Because he'll get this up next turn. Sadly, it doesn't push you right to the end. But he'll get this up next turn. Probably death him above us. Or he doesn't have much weaponry, so he might just turn and punch. Because death him above at this point in time is probably pretty bad for this mech. He might lose the victor. I'm surprised this wasn't Paradise. Ooh, a miss. That's harsh, bro. That's harsh. So we'll shoot this guy in the back. We're pretty happy for that victor to just do its thing there. And I'm pretty happy to just ram rounds into this guy. So we'll just back up with our evasive awesome here. Shoot rounds into the back of this guy. Should do some nice damage. There goes an arm. SRM, that's good for us. He's minus an SRM now. He now probably moves behind this and shoots it in the back. Luckily he's a bit hot for that, so should be not too bad. And then we move around the side of this thing, shoot it again. Alright, we can move back behind this again with the awesome here. We'll probably overheat the awesome for this. He'll probably overheat himself to fire into the back of this, I'd say. Because he wants to do maximum damage here. I'm fairly certain we're not going to lose body parts. But some poor RNG and we might. Alright, not bad. He didn't even breach the armor really there. Plus he heated himself up. So it's not looking too good for that guy. We'll definitely hop around the side again. Shoot this guy in the side. Now that we've got some heat back. And hopefully we can get this guy at least looking a little bit unhappy. Alright. There we go. Now it should start going into the torso. Yeah. I could have actually gone on probably the other side and tried for the leg shot there. But we'll take that. We'll shoot this guy in the back. Finish him. Our Orion should tank doing most of this. He might death them above here. Or he might just go for a punch, right? This thing is not looking great. Definitely shoot this one in the back. Do what we can to it. Another 150 damage to the back of this thing should give it a Real questionable life. Real questionable. So just going for a punch. He's maybe going to punch us on this side. That's the AC side, so that's okay. We could shoot this guy in the back, but I don't really want to do that. Ooh, he's going for the AC though. Ooh, we might get knocked here. You can still fire from here. Alright, so what do we got left? We've got this side here. What is that? It's pretty much garbage arm on that side, right? Another SRM6, I guess. Otherwise, we might actually breach that torso, which would be great. Ooh. Alright, it's not looking good for him. We are going to overheat for that, though. I mean, might as well. He'll probably knock this, which will send it back into the last turn. But we will get to go with it first. So that'll be okay. We'll get you up. Probably shoot this guy in the side again. And the writing should be on the wall unless we suddenly get a head hit here. Please no head hit. Alright, good. So he's going to get knocked. We'll get him up. Unless he dies from this. Alright, knocked down. -1 initiative, that's fine. We'll get you to the side of this mech. So up you get, buddy. To the side here. Punch him, I think. Oh, actually, we're going to just have to punch him. You're pretty hot, my friend. Might just turn and punch from here. It's not the greatest. We could actually... Ooh, let's fix that. That looked really bad. I think we just go for the punch, actually. Save some heat. And then we can get you up next turn. To do your best. Oh, a miss. Alright. Alright. It's not bad for him. Because now he gets to punch us. He might get an arm off here. We'll probably blow apart this Kentaro, though. Although, saying that, we are super hot. So we probably can only fire 2 PPCs into this. The heat is starting to become an issue. Don't hit me in that. Ooh. Alright. Didn't want that AC anyway. Didn't want that AC anyway. So you just continue to rain down from here. Do we overheat? No, we do not, because that will shut us down. We can only fire in 2. I guess if we get lucky... I think either way we should kill this, unless we shoot him in the leg. Alright. Not bad. So, thankfully we didn't shoot him in the leg. We could have RNG'd into a leg there, which would have been death for us. You, sir, have very little in the way of weaponry here, so you'll probably just punch. Because if you look at this, he'll do what? 40, 65 damage versus 95 if he just punches. So I'm fairly okay with just keeping this guy locked down and engaged in a brawling match here. Plus, I mean, it's going to be all sorts of damage, right? And then we can get the awesome around and start beating on this as well. The melee hit will just go straight through our guard and entrench here, but you know what? A victor on an awesome, unless he gets some really good punches to the face, I'll bet on the awesome here since it's fairly okay looking, whereas this thing is looking like it wants to be a scrap heap here. Is he going to move to the side and shoot us? I think he's moving to the side and shooting us. He's only got 2 lasers, it should be fine. I say that, and suddenly he has SRMs. Totally forgot about the SRMs. So what we'll do here is we'll just move you forward 1, so we can maybe punch this guy if we need to. Fire another 2. It's okay. We should shear off. Actually, you know what? He's got full armor here. Alright. Back shot's not the greatest, but they'll have to do. You, sir, can now punch him in the side, which is even better for us, because now we should just go straight through for this, right? Come on, baby. Hit me a torso. And there it goes. There it goes. Alright, not bad. I think if he had had the Kentaro a bit closer, he would have done a lot better. Having your Kentaro so far away obviously does not work out for you because everything else is kind of tanking. And then you're trying to sprint your Kintaro right across right. It's not great. Man, we were a mil down on him. But I just wanted this fit, right? I really wanted an awesome. I didn't really care that everything else was sort of low here. I probably put the Panther in harm's way when I didn't need to. I should really keep an eye on vision ranges, because I could probably have kept it a bit more safer there. I wouldn't have, this quick draw, I wouldn't have brought that back into combat. I would have just fired, he did have, where is it? Yeah, I would have fired the LRM-10s for as long as I could. It's Kraken, he could have done fine, as long as he got direct line of sight. I mean, a Panther killed this, right? And that was not worth at all. Not worth a Panther killing that when you could have done probably, I don't know, you could have probably done another, does 40 damage a turn. Say you do about 20 damage a turn, right? You could have done another 60 damage if you just kept this towards the back. I would have fired the Panther into something else, but it would have probably been pretty ineffective, right? Everything else was pretty nice. The Jenna really got in there. Actually, that's where Paradise was. Interesting. Interesting. That's actually not bad, having Paradise over here probably, although this is a really hot mech. He didn't death them above as much as I thought he would. And obviously death them aboving on the Victor kind of hurts it a bit. Just because you have nothing to absorb all that damage to the legs in Paradise, so you do start to get a little mangled there. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have exposed my quick draw so much. The Kintaro obviously did Kintaro things, knocking stuff down, just blowing it apart. My mechs held out okay-ish. I'm pretty happy for the Orion. He looks fairly good. 125 left on the center torso. 129 over on the Awesome. I mean, there was a lot for him to go through before he was kind of looking pretty on this. Plus, we would have just punched quite a lot. Not bad. Thank you very much for Helen for that good game. And with that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time. More Adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.